Hello guys, welcome back to QA Crunch after a long gap. Sorry I was not able to do some videos due to some different busy schedules, and now I'm back. Okay, hope you are all doing good. Okay, so as usual in this video we are going to see the continuation of the last frameworks. We are seeing as what's mean by frameworks and different kinds of steps we are seeing, and this video we are going to see as a part 7 as what is mean by the wrapper class and how we are going to use the wrapper classes in our frameworks. Right, so what does mean by wrapper class first? So wrapper class is a thing which has the repeated task can be converted to methods or functions in your program, and we can handle it in a separate class so that it acts as a repository for your all the web actions. Like you will be having lot of web actions like clicking the links, drop down selections, entering the values in a text box, etc. Lot of things. So those things will be used all in your web pages. So if you keep on writing the code for each and every page, your line of code will be increased. Okay, so it will be causing you the number of lines get more, and also in future if somebody comes to your web page or some of your programs, they may get confused why you are used this much of things. So in a basic thing is we need to convert all those things into our methods. That's it. Just you can call those methods from which is written in the wrapper class to your classes which are for which pages you are going to use it. That's it. So the main features of these are the three things, like you can repeat the task can be converted to the methods, and it acts as a repository for the web actions, and also it reduces the number of lines of the code. So these are the main purpose of the wrapper classes. Right, now let's go to the program how to do that. Okay, so hope in the last series of videos we have seen how to create a project using this Maven, and what is my page object model, what is this base class, and how to call these using test cases. Those everything we have seen, so I'm not going to touch those things. If you want to know more on that, you can just go through the previous videos. Once done, you can come to this video for wrapper classes. Right, so here you can see this is the logic we have written it for going to that BMI page. I'm clicking that home and then clicking that BMI link, then entering some value in this text box, each text box. You can see here I have not used any kind of try catch block. That means I have not used exception handling here. So the best practice is to use the exception handling in your program. That's a good thing. The reason for exception handling is if anything goes wrong, then your program gets aborted at this stage. Okay, for example here the link is not present, then the code will be breaking and it comes out of this program. So it's not a good practice. So if something is not present, we need to catch that exception and we need to move the control to the next line of code. So that should be our prior goal. So to do that we need to write a try catch block. So if you assume as if I want to write a try catch block for all of these, for link clicking this, clicking the BMI text, age, for button calculation, if I do a try catch for all of these in these lines, it's a tedious job for me. Okay, maybe it looks very code looks very ugly. Okay, so we should be very keen on this. To do this, what we are going to do is we create a wrapper class, so that for clicking the link I'm going to create a separate method. That's it. I just call that method here. For if I want to send some values to the text box, I can create a wrapper class and I can have that method in the wrapper class for the sending the keys, for entering the values in text box. So I can call here. Okay, so that this code looks very good. Okay, right, let's see how to create that. So as already we know, we have created a common as a package name. Here we are going to place our wrapper classes. So on this package common, right click it, I'm going to create a new class. You can give any name, but I will give us a name as a wrapper class. It makes sense. That's right. Okay, right. So here I'm going to do something like for clicking the links, I'm going to have a wrapper class. So I will have like public void. I will have as a static method, so that I don't want to create object for this. Public static click link Okay, here what I'm going to do, I need to do pass two variables. The reason for two variables is I will be calling this class in the another, I mean in a page object. I mean from this class I need to call it. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to pass the driver of this class and also the which element I need to do the operation. So we need to have a two arguments need to be passed here. So come to the wrapper class and I will write as web driver comma web element as element. You can give any name and you can import this here. Fine. So now I going to write a try catch block, try, and here I will have as a catch as a to catch the exception. Okay, here I can have, first I will check as whether this element is present. So what I will do is I will have a if condition. If this element, I mean this element dot is displayed, I'm checking. If it's displayed, you go to that element and then click it. That's it. And the same way, if that element is not present, I need to catch that exception. I can have any like any wording says link is not present. I can catch that and that exception I can print it out. So this is the common method I have done for clicking the links. So what you can do here, I can just go to this BMI page and I will comment out these things. Will come here. For clicking this link, I will call that wrapper class. You can see here wrapper class which comes from the common package dot. I have created a method called click link. So the driver will be passed from this particular page. Here we have a driver, right? Here we have a driver. So the driver will be passed from this page. Don't need to do anything here, just give driver, and for the element you need to pass the element which one you want to click it out. So here I'm going to click this link home. Just give that link home. That's it. So how it works is, while it comes to this line of code, this will take to the wrapper class and here it will check for that element. That element will be passed here. That link home will be passed with that XPath what we have given there, and it comes to this try block and it checks whether that is displayed or not. If it's displayed, it will be clicking it. If it's not displaying, it will come to this catch block and it will be giving me the error like link is not present with the error streak. Okay, right. This is how we are going to create the wrapper class. So I will do as one more thing. I will show you as how to create for this text box to enter the value for the text box. So go to this wrapper class and here enter value in text box. The same way, give us a public static void enter value in text box. Here also we need to pass the web driver comma web element comma element, and then one more thing we need to have is here we need to get a values. We need to pass the values. So I will have another variable as value, so that now I can write as if again element dot if it's displayed. I can go to this and then I will clear that anything. For safer side, I'm clearing that any text is if it's auto populated, and then element dot send keys. Inside the send, I need to send that value whichever I'm getting here. You can see here the value should be passed here. Okay, if it's not, I can have this in a try block. and I can surround this with a catch. You can have like, if it's not passing the value is not passed, you can have catch that exception. That's it. So here you can write n number of methods for the web actions you are going to do it. For example, if you're going to interact with the drop down, you can have a separate method for this drop down, and also the same way you can use for if you're having some robot class, some action you want to do some keyboard actions, you can have the separate methods written here. So anything you can write, repeated task can be written as methods, so that you can call it. So now I will come here and I can, for this link BMI again, I will pass this. For this link BMI link, I can change this to BMI, and for sending this key, right, for text box, I can have this, I can call this like loading, one sec. Oops, what happened? Okay, so I need to call that method whatever we have written that. So we have written as enter value in text box. I can pass this driver. In the element I'm going to pass the text box age, and value I can pass any value. So here value can be passed. I'm hard coding the value from this page. If you want, if you're going to use any excels, then you need to pass that excel from excel value. You need to call that excel methods here, and you can pass the value from here. Or else if you are going to use any common classes for maintaining the test data, you can call that data, I mean you can call that particular methods variable by passing the variable here. And for that, what you can do is you can create a, inside this common package, you can create a class for your having, can have a separate for example, I'll show you. You can have like here test data. Okay, you can have like public static string some age is equal to 50. Okay, right? So here you can come to this BMI page and you can call like test data dot age. That's it. So this will be getting the value of 50, which we have returned inside this class. Okay, so if you are going to use any excels, you can pass, you can call that excel and you can pass the values. So this how this we can use the wrapper class for text boxes. Okay, so in the same way you can write different classes, sorry, different methods for your different kind of operations like keyboard action, mouse action, or selecting drop downs, checkbox, anything can be written here, and you can call that these 5 or 6 lines of code in a single line, so that here you can complete this code in a single lines, so that even here by using the wrapper class you are achieving your exception handling, and you are reducing the number of lines of code. Okay, and you are converting the repeated task to the methods, and also these acts as a repository for your web actions. Okay, so this will be a very useful for your coming with your frameworks. If your frameworks has a good wrapper class, it will be very easy for the team to write a code which will be very ready-made kind of thing. They can just call it, that's it. No need to write a new things. Just they can, for manipulation of this Selenium, they can just call this wrapper class and use it. Okay, right, so you can give a try. Hope you get a good idea what's meant by wrapper class, and if you have any doubts, please leave a comments. I will respond to it. Okay, and we'll meet in a next video for we can see like how to use extend next reports, and we can see how to use the log4j, those things in the next upcoming videos. And then please don't forget to subscribe this video channel. Okay, if you like this video, please hit a like button, and please subscribe it. Okay, see, meet you in the next video. Thank you, see you, bye bye.